Okay, so let's wrap up some things. For your final drawings, I really don't need to see this whole thing. So as you set up your sheets, we don't really need to be showing kind of the entire project. So what I'd rather you do is isolate kind of what it is that you're showing. So I'm going to pull this over. I'm going to pull the crop mark over, kind of get to maybe this amount of information. We'll start to adjust other things. Okay, and you might note that on the presentation template, I'm probably going to change a couple of things. I'm going to have the shadows be something I can turn on and off. Let's take a look at like this thing. Yeah, I might have this thing also model display, so I can turn it to different things. And I'm going to leave it kind of like that. And so then if I wanted to, and I think I'm going to ask you guys to do this just because I want to see the results. What we can do is we can start to copy these plans. So what I'm trying to get is like a clean plan. So it's just hidden line, shadows on. Note the shadows should be 70, 50, 20 like we've been doing. Do that kind of thing. And then maybe there's a material plan. So, duplicate that view. And I call this out as, how I'm going to show material. Okay, so this one, set up similarly, but I'm going to start turning on either shaded so I can start to see material, or maybe I would go to consistent color depending on what I've done. I haven't put a lot of material into this, but I think you get the idea, right? So now I go to my sheet set. And so what I'm going to ask you guys to do is go ahead and pull over to line it up. And what you might find is that you can also kind of maximize, except I might want to crop just a little bit more of each one just to kind of get it right. But that you can basically maximize these sheets a bit. So you should never have to worry. I mean, I think because now I can consolidate all that information down to just what I'm going to use for the store or the coffee shop. I can get both those planes. I may want to tweak that a little bit more, but you get the idea. All right, so what I'll expect you to do is turn in a sheet that has just hidden and one that is, and honestly, you might want to turn off the shadows. I know you have to play with this one, but and I'll accept it either way. But sometimes when you get all the materials, now again, I don't have a lot of materials, so it's not really affecting it. But when you get a lot of materiality, sometimes a shade or the shadows ends up being a little bit much. Okay. All right, so I'll leave it at that. As far as your sections go, you don't want to have shadows on. I would expect the same kind of treatment where we have a hidden, and then we have one that has material, and we'll just have a look. I'm basically, we're creating a set of drawings that you can start choosing from and start to make choices about what's communicating best. Oftentimes, this is a good place to start, and then you eventually show kind of the materiality along with perspectives. Because this one on the left really communicates spatially really clearly. This one on the right doesn't do as good a job of doing that. Specifically, if you have to have those shadows off because of mudding up the drawing, but it does start to communicate other things such as material. So that's going to be point of reference. So more than likely, this is how you'll set up this one. This will how you set up that one, and there we go.